Where is it? Oh, just dropped my phone. There it is, okay. Wasn't working the way I wanted it to. Okay. I know the stream is bad right now, so just give me a second. I'm working on it, people, here. There we go. That's perfect there. All right. Stream is still bad here. Hang on, I'm just trying to fix the stream here. Not a beautiful night here. Let me plug in and plug it out. Yeah, good news is I will have the cord tomorrow. don't know why I lost the connection on that one. Okay. Yeah, tomorrow I'll have the cord, so I'll have 1080p. Because this is ridiculous that I can't get a stream that's good enough. So everybody will get to see it here. I'll crank that exposure up, and then I will lower that down. I'm going to take a 1 second exposure so you can see what it looks like. Go to planetary. Well, this one's pretty much a wash, so I'm going to take this one off. Take that one off, take that off. That there. If anybody can hear me, let me know, because I'm pretty sure the connection is absolutely terrible. So just bear with me here. I'm trying to figure it all out. So just give me 1 minute here. I want to know why this one's not working. Okay, then what I'll do is I'll go to capture. Okay, zoom, fit to window. And we'll go to color. Alright, and then we'll go to 1.5. Yeah, focus is off just by a slight bit. Oh, wrong way. What about there should do it? That's perfect right there. Oh, we're good streaming. Oh, we're good. We're good streaming. Get rid of that one. I don't know what happened to the Meade DSI. Come on, Meade DSI, come back here, come back. Oh, I know why. Because it's behind the thing. Okay. I just gotta find it. There it is. Okay. Let me focus on that one. Is just a slight bit off. Alright, so just give me another minute here, and I'm going to get this all set up here, so this way it'll be nice and just beautiful. How much did this sucker move? Let's see. And it's moving. It's booking. I got the orientation almost dead on. That's at least a positive. Okay, so, welcome to a wonderful, hazy night, as there's really not much to look at other than the moon, and even that's still not all that great. What you're looking at right now, of course, is The moon. Who would have thought? The moon. Shooting these with just the 2 scopes on the home setup right now. Not luxurious. Not amazing considering I do long exposure photography, but I can do the moon if need be. The one on the left is the QHY. One on the right is the Canon 1000D. There's really not much to look at, considering that it's just the moon. The one on the right is a live shot. This is actually live right now, so I can actually change, like right now, currently I can change the ISO, like I can brighten it up. And then I can take this down so that way I can get a little bit more detail, not that much. Because granted, this is on an Sigma lens, so it's not the greatest in the world. I am not polar aligned. You can't see Polaris. You can't see about half the stars that are usually bright in the sky. So this is just a rough estimate of where everything is. So it's gonna have to do. So I want to look at the chat. We got Venus, Awake in Alabama. Chris Astro channel. Tanya, I saw you on. Joe, you were on for just a slight bit. Andrew Johnson, I saw that you popped in. So a few people are on, which is good. This is great. I like it. This is good. The reason why the red on the right is because it's a modified camera. I have yet to do the custom white balance on it. So it's modified so you can get hydrogen alpha on it, which is great. If you want to do the Pelican, North American Nebula, Rosette, Elephant Trunk, any of those, you can get it in hydrogen alpha. That's why that's in red. I have yet to do it. I'm probably going to do it this week, sometime soon, I hope. When I get a chance to do it, the moon will be its actual color, which is nice. I don't have the wide field up, though, because, well, I'm looking at this, and all I see is like an orange beige all the way through. And I'll tell you, the moon last night, it was like a reddish, pale color, and you could barely see it, and it was really bad. What I could do, let me zoom in, see if I can get the focus in on this one here. Focus doesn't look too horrible. It's gonna move though, that's the problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see what that does. See if we can get it into focus. Well, that's a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that and see. That's a little bit better. There we go. And then of course I have the moon for the phase. We're at 67% for the phase. The moon looks beautiful today, but I got stormy weather here tonight. Ugh. Yucky stormy weather. Been wanting to capture and film the moon. And it is a great view. I don't usually get the moon. I haven't gotten the moon in probably forever. It's been like 6-7 months since the last time I got the moon. I have the other telescopes. I still got to get the dovetail and everything so I can get this in detail, because I also have the Next Image 5 that I can get. And I can put that on the 114 or the 90. I just haven't had a chance to do it. I haven't had a chance to do anything. Let me see if I can get it a little bit better in focus. I don't think I can get any better than that. I think that's as good as I'm gonna get it, I think. Yeah, that's as good as I can get it. Problem is, the camera that is the big one, it's a long exposure astrophotography camera. So the problem is taking the picture one after another is you're just gonna hear click like for the next 5 minutes. So it is not a planetary camera. This one is okay, only to an extent that I can get it a little bit better. But I could take still shots, and taking the still shots isn't too bad with this one. You could definitely see the craters. You could definitely see everything there, which is really cool. And what I'll do is I'll make it 0.75. It definitely looks really cool, though. Right? Yeah, that's perfect. And that's right in view, and that's beautiful. That is great. Should move it on the one on the right just a little bit. Granted, it's nowhere close to the other streams that you've seen. That you would see with P&K and Take Back Space. I know it's nothing glorious. I should orient these to be absolutely perfect. I should. Because they're off by just a slight bit. I should focus that other one too. Let me see if I can focus it. What did that do? Oh, that made it worse. Okay. Oh, that's much better. Oh, yeah, that's so much better. There's not enough screen space. I don't have enough. There we go. There we go. Now we got both of them in there. It's a CCD sensor. It's a Kodak, if I remember correctly, I think it's a KAF 9300 sensor, I think is what it is. It's 18 millimeters by 14 millimeters is the sensor. That is the dimensions of the sensor. And then, of course, the Canon camera, the 1000D, that one's 22 by 18 or 22 by 17 millimeters. So it'll give me a wider field of view. I'm probably going to move the camera or move the mount. Actually, you know, here's what I'll do. Here's what I will do. I'll connect it so I don't have to freaking keep going back and forth. That would probably be logical. That would be smart. Configure. Oh, come on. There we go. Properties. Com6. Yes, yes. Go, go. Yes, I don't need to hit properties. And connect. Okay. Now. Oh, wrong way. There we go. It's not as crisp as the CCD camera, though. That CCD camera is absolutely crisp when it comes to imaging. This one, not so much, though. Still not terrible, though. More Jello is on. Yeah, exactly. They're hands down the best CCDs. They're just incredible. Expensive, but super incredible. I do have some good news for everybody that's in the chat room. Great news. Starting in April, I will have a new camera. I know, it's so exciting. Woo! I just got to pay it off. It's going to take a while. But between March 15th and April 1st, I should have the new camera. The QHY9C, that's the one that's the camera on the left, is going to be demoted down to camera number 2. And then the Canon camera is going to go to the travel setup. The new camera that I'm going to be getting it's an S-Big 2000 XM. I think that's what it is. Double check the name of it. But it is a monochrome camera. It's a camera that I've wanted for a very, very, very long time. I've wanted a monochrome camera for probably about 2 years now. And what that will do is I have the hydrogen alpha filter. The problem that I've been having, Chris, maybe you can, talk about it in the chat room too, and then you can also agree or disagree, is that a monochrome camera is more sensitive than a colored camera. And in technicality, you can do hydrogen alpha with a colored camera. You would just have to take exposures 4 to 6 times longer than a monochrome to get the same detail. In retrospect, what you'd have to do is to get, say, for instance, the Heart Nebula. You'd want to take an exposure of roughly 3 to 5 minutes on a monochrome camera. To get the same amount of detail, you'd have to go 45 to maybe 60 minutes to get the same detail, and it still wouldn't even compare. So it is by far the best thing you could possibly do for imaging for hydrogen alpha. And if you're new to astrophotography or anything like that, what hydrogen alpha is, it's an emission gas that's out into space. Now, our eyes can't see it because our eyes are adapted to red, green, and blue, just like the color spectrum. So, hydrogen alpha falls in the lines of 600 to 700 nanometers. Hence, that's the spectrum scale. That's hydrogen alpha. And it ranges anywhere from hydrogen beta all the way up to possibly sulfur and hydrogen alpha. So there's different gases, and it's called narrow band imaging is what it's called. I agreed. I tried to get some solar astrophotography with a CCD camera, but it was plain to get a good image. It was a pain, yeah. And mono is amazing for solar astrophotography. Black and white is the way to go because it is so sensitive. It's amazing. The only downside of getting a monochrome camera is it takes so much time to get a colored image. Because what happens is when you're taking a colored image on a color CCD, you're already shooting it in red, green, and blue. It's already combining the channels. It's combining the channels together to get you the colored image. On a monochrome camera, you have to shoot it in the red channel, the green channel, and the blue channel. So if you want to take a 20-minute image, you'd have to shoot 20 minutes in red, 20 minutes in green, 20 minutes in blue. Then you stack the three together, match it together to get a colored image. It's going to be more sensitive, and it's going to be a better image, but it's going to take 3 times longer. But for me, I already have the colored camera, so I'm going to use that one for color, and then the monochrome I'll be using for hydrogen alpha, sulfur, and then also for hydrogen beta possibly. I have the filters, I just don't have the camera really. That's the problem. So really, in technicality, you could do, and I've proven it a few times, is that you can do narrowband imaging with a colored camera. It's just with the dim objects, you can't get as good as what some people are doing. Like, I've seen some images, I've seen some from the Veil that just blew me away. And I asked them, I said, how long was the exposure? 3 minutes. I said, you gotta be kidding me. 3 minutes? Here I'm shooting 30 minutes and I'm not getting anywhere half that. So, imagine, just put this in retrospect. Come March, and this camera comes in, and the guiding that I have with this, and I shoot a 30-minute image in hydrogen alpha with the monochrome camera. Just think about that. That is insanity. Of what I pulled out to get the heart, the horse head, and the rosette with a color camera, I can't wait till this thing gets here. I have enough trouble with the Polaroid. Wait till you get to CCD imaging. Wait till you have to debayer these images. That's always fun. So sad news is, then that means in March, the Orion camera will be retired. So I will no longer have the Orion camera. I'm going to be putting it up for sale. I don't need it anymore. So the Orion G3 is officially done. It's going to sit in the storage unit until I officially sell it. So if anybody wants it, I will sell it to you, because I don't need it anymore. That camera has been my mainstay for about 2.5 years, and it has been a great camera. It is a very, very sensitive entry-level CCD camera. Only problem is, the program sucks. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The program is terrible. If you ever get a chance, watch my past streams, because you're going to see some swearing. You're going to see some kicking and screaming. It's not fun. It is not fun at all. And I'm telling you, it's not a good time. So it's going to be gone. Thank God. But the images I did take for when it did work, it was pretty good. It was pretty awesome. So, but that'll be in March. So right now, between now and next year, I'll be running the dual setup, and that's the QHY and the Canon camera. So they'll both be wide field imaging, along with I'll have the T7 too. The next meteor shower is October 8th, if anybody was interested and anybody wanted to know. So October 8th is the next meteor shower. My phone fell down. What the heck did I do with my phone? I know I dropped it. I know it hit the ground here. I don't see it. Is that it down here? No, that's not it. What the heck did I do with my phone? Just give me 1 sec, I gotta find my phone. Oh, it bounced. That's where it was. It was on the other side. No, it wasn't in my pocket. It actually fell on the ground. Luckily, I found it. Okay. So like I was saying, is that the next meteor shower that's coming up is October 8th. And that one, it's not as bright as the Perseids. You probably won't see much, especially from a light polluted area. But it's still going to be pretty good. And that is the Draconids. So, the Draconids, I would probably rank that one probably 9th on the top meteor shower scales. Of course, Perseids is number 1. Hands down, that was probably one of the best. I mean, I even saw about 5 an hour from a light polluted area. That's pretty good. Now, of course, Bill from Skywatcher Gaming, he was getting, I mean, he's in a dark sky place. He was probably getting closer to maybe 80 to 100 an hour. I'm sure you guys can attest to that. You guys would know because you saw it, and I sure as heck did. It seemed like every 45 seconds, oh, there's one. No, there's another one. There's another one. That's what you get when you go to, you know, a dark place. You're going to see a whole bunch more. Here, might see 50 stars. If you're lucky, maybe. So, it's not the greatest in the world. But that's what you get. You know, I mean, as I said before, I could take this to a dark sky site and get the best images possible. And there's no Wi-Fi. So, then there's not much I can really do. Now with the Draconids, like I was telling you about for October, where you would have to look to actually physically see them. Now, it would be right near the Little Dipper. So, would it be in the actual constellation Draco? Who knew? Hence, that's why they would call it the Draconoids. Wow, that's crazy. It would actually be coming right off the actual star Rastaban. And that's where the actual radiant's going to be. So it would be up, it's in circumpolar. Circumpolar means it does not set. So that means you're going to see it all night long. It's just going to keep going around counterclockwise all night. So you'll be able to see it. So that's going to be super awesome. So that'll be October 8th and October 9th. So that'll be fun. I'll try to see if I can get something as it gets closer and closer. I might see 1 an hour. Maybe 2 an hour. But it won't be exciting. But, hey, you got to try. You got to do what you got to do. The next one after that is also in October. Who would have thought? That one's October 21st, and that is the Orionids. Or the Orionids, I'm sorry. The Orionids meteor shower. And who would have thought that would be in Orion? So I'll put up the stuff on here later, so this way everybody knows what the meteor shower is, what to expect. I see we have new people coming on. Daggers, Rockstar. See you guys coming on. That's awesome. We're looking at the moon, which is super awesome. Who would have thought? Let me see where this one is at. It probably moved. Let's take a look. Get out of the way. Well, I can't. There we go. No. Dumb program. Alright, where is this going to go? Where is this going to go? Alright, it's going to go there. Okay. I just got to center it here. If you're just joining me, we're getting the moon. If you didn't know. I'm waiting for the person that usually comes on. I swear to you, every single time when I watch it on PNK Space Imaging, or if I watch it on someone else's Take Back Space, I always see, what are we looking at? We're looking at Neptune? No, not Neptune. Not even close. I don't know if they're trying to be funny, or it's just, to me, I think it's hilarious. And October does sound exciting. And Daggers, yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. October is a good time of year for astrophotography at my location. I sure as heck hope so. From what I know, October is when P&K Space Imaging head out west. So that'll be interesting. I can't wait to see that. So that's going to be really cool. And that same time of the Orionids is when, yeah, I know, this is going to be funny. Get ready for this one. And I'm going to say it the right way, not the wrong way, is Uranus is at opposition, not your anus. Is going to be at opposition. That's October 23rd. For next month, for September, September is a pretty dull month. September is really not much going on. Neptune is at opposition on September 7th. And then you have a new moon and a full moon. That's pretty much it. There's not much going on for September. Other than I just hope that the weather's going to be nice. And I hope that the wildfires are pretty much done, because that, I think, has caused the problems. That has caused the problems for all the haze and everything. Because the haze right now has been just absolutely atrocious out here. And I'm just hoping that everybody's okay out west. That's out in California. They're having the massive wildfires, like, non-stop. And all that smoke and everything has all came east. So that's why it looked odd. But then I looked back at some of my streams last year in August, and right around this exact time, mid-August last year, we were going through the same problems. Where it would be super haze coming through. The forecast would say it's super clear. Yeah, I did find my phone, Joe. I got it. You called me. I saw that you called me. I did find it. I did find my phone. Actually, when it dropped, it bounced. And it rolled down, and I couldn't find it because, of course, the phone is black, and I couldn't see it because it's dark. Yeah, I know, everybody loves the Uranus jokes. Uranus, just bend over. No. Turn around! It's at opposition. You can find it. No. No, that's just bad. Very bad. Speaking of bad, I think the stream is going bad again. Son of a... Why is the stream going bad again? Ugh. Move the moon again. Move it! Move the moon! Yeah, it does. Everything screws it up. It's crazy. And of course, the stream is still bad. But keep in mind, people, if you're still watching, the cord will be here tomorrow. So, I will have the cord that's going to be coming from the router directly into the laptop. So, there will be no more bad streams. Everything's going to be absolutely perfect. So tonight will be the last and final night of bad streaming, of the buffering. So hopefully we should be in good shape. I'm going to pop the chat out here. Okay, then we'll move this over here. No, I don't want to do that. Get out of here. There we go. Yeah. Because I'm so sick and tired of seeing bad for stream status. I can't take that. I have the Wi-Fi extender thinking that that was going to be enough, and I'd say 85% of my streams have been great. 15% of them have been absolutely buffered. And I hate the word buffer. I hate it. I want my stuff now. Let's see if I can lower the frame rate here. I lowered it down a little bit. We'll see if that helps. Doubt it. So again, sorry that if it's buffering on you, it is not your internet, it is not your phone, it is not your laptop, or any kind of device that you're doing it. It's not you, it's me. And we won't have to worry about it any longer, so we'll be in good shape. Let me brighten this up a little bit. So then you can at least see. There we go. That's probably a little bit better for you guys. The way you can see it. The orientation is just off by just a slight bit. Oh, it's so close. No, really, it's been doing good, even though it says it's bad on my end. I'm surprised. I'm shocked. But that's fine. I'm not I'm not gonna complain. I don't care. It's we're in good shape. Let me just oh, wrong button. Right there. The moon on the left is that's solid. That is great. Moon on the right, a little bit could be desired. I wonder if I could take a quick exposure on that. I mean, it's not terrible. And it's not bad. I mean, I could be like P&K Space Imaging, like this. Woo! There's a crater. Look at the crater, people. I'm not anywhere close to what they can do, but look at, there's a crater. Still pretty cool, though. If I could just, like, you know, have it on perfect guiding, that'd be great, but this is not bad. It's not really moving that much either. And plus, it's in the southern... So it's already past the meridian. I mean, that is really cool. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. They are very interesting. Wait till I hook up the Next Image 5. By the way, they actually did come out last year, late last year, they came out with the Next Image 10. I don't know if anybody has the Next Image 10. Apparently it's supposed to be better, from what I heard. You like to look for movement, yeah? Now with the telescopes that I have, trust me, you won't see nothing. All you'll get is just craters. That's pretty much it. Because I get pretty much nothing from out here. Because the scopes that I'm using are an 80mm and a 70mm. So, not that big of a difference, really. But I have a 4.5-inch and a 3.5-inch in here that I could use, and I could get detail. And you would actually get it right on the actual crater. So, but I don't. For right now, that is. Yeah, you and a whole bunch of people always looking for the flag, always wondering, where is that flag? I want to know where the flag is, and can you get it from Earth? And the answer is no, you can't. As much as people would love to say, can you see the flag on the moon? You can't, but you could see it if, you know, you would go online and look for it. Because NASA was the one that actually has it, so aliens burned that flag and they planted it. I wonder what their flag would look like if they ever did plant it. Did they actually like put their own flag like to mark their own territory? I wonder what it would look like. Because that would be interesting if you ask me. Now, I'm sure, I can guarantee you, people in here, you haven't asked it yet. And I'm surprised that you haven't asked it yet. Where on the moon is the flag that you'd be looking for? Like, if you were to see this moon right now, you see it on your stream, on your computer, on your device. A, what Apollo mission was it? And B, where is it on the moon? It is visible right now. As we speak, I can actually pinpoint it and show everybody where it is right now. And I'm sure there's some people out there going, it's right there! It is right there! Where it is, and I'm going to show you, it is right there. Right on the tip. You see this mountainside right here? The flag is literally right on that, so it's right here. This is where the flag, and it's the Apollo 15 mission, and that's where it is right there. I always know it because I always see this big dark circle. So always look for the big dark circle, and then you look for this little mountain range, which is right there, and it's always at the tip of that mountain range, which is right there. That's where the flag is from the Apollo 15 mission. Just thought I'd let everybody know that. Kind of interesting. Oh, we're actually in good streaming now. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. Yeah, so most of all the Apollo missions are all in this view. You have 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, and 17. They are all in view. Which is kind of cool if you think about it. The Apollo 17 mission would be right between these two. So you have this dark circle, this dark circle. The Apollo 17 mission is right here. Okay? The Apollo 11 mission is just on the other side of this dark circle, which is right over here in this area right there. So it's kind of cool. Oh, and you're very welcome. It's really cool. I captured the valley and the mountain ranges. It's pretty cool to image. It is. And if you have anything bigger than a 6-inch telescope with an actual planetary webcam, the detail that you could pull out is amazing. Is absolutely incredible for what you can get. And wonder why you can't see it. What, for the flag? Well, okay. I'm going to try to put it in perspective. It's so hard to try to put this in put it in perspective. We all know how big a flag is. Okay, so it's not that big. The craters that you see on the moon are hundreds and hundreds of miles in width. So you'd have to magnify it so much. Like, even the ones in Hawaii can't see it. Now, of course, naturally, if you go online right now, you can actually see the actual pictures from NASA where they actually had it from when they did flybys and everything like that. They have pictures of it where you can actually see, like, the trails. Like, from the rovers. You can actually see the trails going from place to place. So I think that's pretty cool. But you can't see it from... Oh, of course, Hubble will see it too, duh. The Hubble telescope. But you would need... Now, I just looked this up because I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued myself, too. Is you would need a telescope. This is no joke. You need a telescope 75 meters in diameter. Now, of course, here in the U.S., we don't do meters. And if I do the conversion on that to feet, 75 meters comes to 246 feet. So you would need a telescope that has a mirror of a diameter of 246 feet. That is insanity. That's ridiculous. Because in inches, it's 2,952 inches, okay? 2952. So, Chris, I think you're using, I think it's like a 9-inch, okay? You might need to save some money. Because you're going to have to times it by 328 to get to get a telescope to see the flag on the moon. Because it ain't happening. Because I couldn't. You could, hypothetically, you could make a mirror that's 328 feet, but there's just no way. There's no way. I think it'd be really neat. Not even the radio telescopes that they have out in Chile couldn't even do it. Which, by the way, those are so cool too. Those radio telescopes. Then they also have the VLT, which actually is what's called the Very Large Telescope, which is very interesting. That's pretty sweet. All those trails look crazy, even the large ones that are meteor skids. They are. It is, and then you could see that from the Hubble. By the way, the Hubble, we all know what's coming out in 2 years. And we all know what it's going to be launching, which should have launched next year, but it didn't. I need to start a GoFundMe. Do it. Go for it. And put Chris's Very Large Telescope Fund. 328-foot mirror. Could you even find one? I don't even know. I don't even know what the biggest mirror they could even make. I think that'd be really interesting. That'd be really, really cool. But we all know what's going to be coming up, and that's the James Webb Space Telescope. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but with the JWST, it is going to be, it's going to put the Hubble telescope to shame. It's supposed to be scheduled for launch in 2021. And it's big. It's absolutely massive compared to the Hubble. Now, we know that the Hubble Space Telescope was launched in 1995, I think. Or was it? I think it was it was in the early 90s, I think is when it actually came out. When it was launched. And some of the images that Hubble has produced over the last 25, almost 30 years has been incredible. But you do know that that's going to be decommissioned very soon. Probably in the next 5 to 10 years it's going to be gone. And it's kind of sad, but at the same time, the James Webb Space Telescope is going to be absolutely huge. Now, if you could put it in perspective, I'm actually going to give you some facts. Yeah, I heard about it too in 04 too. That thing just keeps on getting delayed, which friggin' sucks because I wanted this thing to go out there like 2015, then it was 2018, then it was 2021, and it just kept getting delayed over and over and over, which kind of scares me, thinking that maybe something's not going the way it's supposed to. Who knows? But I'm going to go over a couple of things here of the difference between the James Webb and the Hubble. Okay? The Hubble's mirror, okay, is 2.4 meters. Okay? So 2.4 meters. The James Webb Space Telescope is going to be 6.5. Now, the Hubble Space Telescope, the mirror is a circle, okay, with an inner circle like a hole, okay? The James Webb Space Telescope is what's the word I'm looking for? Comprised? Put together of a whole bunch of different little mirrors, I think it's like 15 mirrors. And it did go over budget. It went way over budget. And I think that's part of the reason why it's been delayed. And I think that's why. But you can imagine, though, this thing is almost 3 times bigger, which means it's going to see so much further. Because it had a launch date of spring of 2019, which is just a mere 6 months from now. But then it got delayed, which is kind of poopy. And I'm kind of upset about that too, because I want to see what this thing can do. Now, fun facts about this too. It will be, no joke, it will be 4 times further from the Earth than the Moon. The James Webb Space Telescope will take about a month to reach its position, which is 930,000 miles from Earth. Here, the telescope's observations will be unhindered by Earth and the Moon, although if it malfunctions, as it has happened many times with the Hubble, we currently have no way to go to fix this thing. Gotta go pick up the kids. We'll check after a while. Well, Awaken Alabama, you have a great night. Because I'm not going to be on too much longer tonight. I'm just getting just the moon, and that's pretty much it. But it is so cool nonetheless. We're going to move this a little bit here. Because as I said, we're not polar aligned, not even close. But here's the real fun one. Here's the fun one. The James Webb Space Telescope can see a penny 24 miles away. Think about that. Just think about that. So, someone who's 24 miles away, so I would say somebody in Cheektowaga from where I am at. They put a penny on a piece of paper and hold it up. And I look at it from the James Webb Space Telescope, it'll find it. That's insanity. That's crazy. It's 7 times more powerful than the Hubble Space Telescope. So 7 times. The giant mirror, the JWST, is made of 18, I said 15, I thought it was 15, 18 individual hexagonal segments composed of lightweight beryllium. It is almost 3 times the size of Hubble's mirror, boasting a light collecting area of 7 times greater, but both mirrors weigh almost the same. Really? Owing to the lighter materials used in the JWST. Really? That's interesting. And guaranteed, it will see the first light from the universe. Now that is incredible. Where it'll actually see the very first light, the heat emission of when it very first started. That's incredible. Well, now this is a good one. This is interesting. One side of the JWST will be hotter than Death Valley. On the other side, it'll be colder than Antarctica. That's crazy. Wow, that's just crazy. That's just amazing. I figured I'd give you guys some fun facts about that, because that's just been something that's been, like, I want to see so badly. I want to see this thing launch. and the things that it's going to see is kind of like back in 1990 when the Hubble was predating the Hubble. They didn't have anything to take pictures of the universe. They had nothing. They didn't have anything. The only thing they were taking pictures were Cassini, which was Saturn's probe. Then they had the Voyagers, which were launched in the 70s. Other than that, they really didn't have anything. Of course, they had Pioneer, they had the Viking, they had different probes to go to the moon and stuff, but they didn't really have anything that is specifically taking pictures. Now, Juno, which was Jupiter, lately was the New Horizons mission, which, by the way, the New Horizons mission, that was interesting, too. Because we all remember, and that blew me away, too, with the New Horizons mission, and how we all thought the planet Pluto, the dwarf planet, by the way, as of 2005, the dwarf planet, Pluto, we thought of was just being just a blurry speck. And then when the New Horizons mission came in and saw what Pluto looked like, I mean, really? And that was just incredible. If you ever get a chance, and if you ever want to look online, and you want to see what Pluto looks like today, incredible. Incredible. Brighten that up a little bit there. Bring it down. There we go, right about there. There we go. ALS is on. And it was amazing. And the cool thing about the New Horizons mission is that they're still sending pictures, which is unbelievable. It was only like so close to Pluto for like a very, very, very short time, and then it just flew right by it, and then that was it. But it took so much data. Now, of course, naturally, it takes forever for it to just send from Pluto to here. It's just crazy. Now, we all know what happens when it actually passed it. I was shocked how Pluto looked almost like Triton. I know. And the crazy part about it was, and this shocked me, this is a whole night of just shocking, by the way. I love this. Is that we thought that Pluto was a barren wasteland. We thought it was nothing because it was so far away. And it's active. How? How is it possible? That the fact that it's so far away and it is active is amazing. I just blew me away. Just crazy. If you ever get a chance, and I'm going to type this on here. I'm going to type this website on here. I want to make sure I type it in right. HUAPLEDU. There we go. I typed in a website. If you ever get a chance, take a look at it, because this is from the New Horizons mission. And it will actually tell you when it's supposed to be passing by asteroids or anything. Like the next pass by is going to be the 2014 MU-69 flyby. It'll be in 134 days. Crazy. And since the mission has started, 4,595 days. Crazy. Just nuts. You can actually tell where it actually is currently right now and where its full trajectory is. It's nuts. Can I actually see the picture? Oh, I can. It's 42 AUs away. An AU is an astronomical unit. 1 AU is from here to the sun. So the New Horizons mission is 42 times further than we are to the sun. That's amazing. That's just incredible. And it's heading out towards the Kuiper Belt. And it takes 11 hours. 11 freaking hours to receive. That's just nuts. I only saw Pluto once in a telescope many moons ago. It was just a speck. I know. Even with the big telescopes, the 10-inch, the 12-inch, the 14, the 16, all you're going to get is a speck because of how far it is. I mean, if you are to look for it, it's painstaking. Absolutely painstaking to try to find the damn thing because you have to wait and you think you got it and you could come back the next day just to see it move about like an arc second, like barely even arc second because it barely moves. I mean, that takes a lot of patience. I don't know how people do it. Because right now, Pluto is 14th magnitude. So it is a 14th magnitude on the brightness scale. And its apparent size is 1/10 of an arc second. So 0.1 arc seconds. That's how big it is. That's tiny. That's very, 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 very tiny. The distance is 32 AUs. So the New Horizons mission is 10 AUs past Pluto. Which is very interesting too. It's just amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Got history lessons going on here. It's just amazing. Just move this a little bit here. Where is it on this one here? Take another quick exposure here. And I love it too. I absolutely love to teach people and everything. It's got to be getting pretty close to the wall there, I think. Well, I don't know. Let me see. Hang on. Let me take a look and see. No, we still got a while. It's just looking really murky. That looks really bad. I wonder if I could stand in front of it. Do you think I can put my hand here? Let's see. Yep. So can I put my hand in there again? Ah! Yeah, I know. But nowadays, though, ALS, what you could do, and actually, I could probably get it one night with the star programs that they have now with star matching. With an 80 millimeter, I could probably get it. I mean, I've gotten 15th magnitude comets. Or not comets. Yeah, no, asteroids. Asteroids and comets I've gotten 14th magnitude. It took a lot of effort and took a lot of work, but I've gotten it. And I think the same thing with Pluto. you'd have to do a ton of star matching and know exactly where you are in the sky. Like, a great way to actually do it is to find out when it passes by a bright star. If you know where it is against a bright star, then you're golden. So, like, right now, Pluto is not that far away from I cannot pronounce that name. Albelda? I don't know. Albaldah. Abalda, I think is what it is. So it's not too far. It's right near Sagittarius. So it's not far from there. Where it's moving to, I can actually see here. It's actually moving towards Sagittarius. So it is possible, really. Or you could also, I mean, yeah, you'd have to get it against a very, very, very bright star. I'm trying to see when it could possibly be near a bright star when you'd actually physically get it. Yeah, it would take a long time to get near a bright star. I mean, I'm already 2 years into the future. Oh, now that's pretty cool. In June of 2020, you're looking at about maybe 1 arcsecond. Or no, not arcsecond, 1 degree. 1 degree of Jupiter. That's pretty cool. I use Safari Pro. Let me check where Pluto is in the program. Sky Safari, yeah. Actually, Sky Safari right now, Sky Safari 6 is free right now as we speak. So 6 is free. If you ever get a chance to go on my website, everybody loves my website. I'm telling you, I'm adding more and more things to it every single day. And I just updated it to go from 4 to 6. It is absolutely free if you go to my website and you go and click Sky Safari either from iOS or Android. I put the links on there. All you got to do is just click it. It'll take it right to your marketplace. Download it, and you'll have it in your phone right now. And they actually are holding sales right now for the Pro and then I forgot what the other one's called. There's the middle one, too. But they're on sale right now. So definitely check it out. I'm using Sky Safari 4, Sky Safari 5. I do not have 6 yet. I'm really debating on whether or not I'm going to get it or not. It's like $20. I might do it. I might take the plunge. I don't know. I might do it. But where Pluto is, as I said before, it's right near Sagittarius. So it's in the southern sky. It's not that far off from where Mars is. So it's not far. And actually, you want to know what? I could probably pull it up right on my Starry Night, because I actually have Starry Night on here. That's where you see it right there. Let's see here. That's why you can see it moving here. It's alive! It's actually not too far from where the moon is either. Let me type in Pluto. Probably gonna get Mickey Mouse or something. Searching locations. Searching meteor showers. I type in Pluto, why do I get a meteor shower? That's weird. Alright, and then we're gonna center. Okay. And then we will zoom in. Sweet. By the way, I'm not imaging Pluto. Just let you know. So that's Pluto right in here. And actually updated the picture too. That is so cool. That's awesome. I mean, you could just see how small this thing is. And that is just so small. It's so ridiculous. I also have the interface to control a telescope, as do I, which is so much fun. Because I can move this mount right now. Moving the mount, moving it. Whoa, moving the mount. Now the reason why you haven't seen any pictures on the left one is because it's a CCD camera, and I don't want to hear clicking for the next 10 minutes. I don't want to hear any clicking, so that's why it's not a planetary one. What I could do is I can make this a little bit bigger here, and put this right here, and then make it bigger. Let me see. So that star right there, that is that Albadala. Albalda. Actually, wait, here's what I'll do. Because you can't see it. You could see it. It's that one right there. That's Albalda right there. Because that's Sagittarius. And this star up here, that's RHO. And this one down here, that one is Omicron, Sagittarius. And so it's Sagittarius. So you could tell that it's not near really anything, because Mars is a little bit further to the left. That's Mars right there. That little red one down there. And then the moon is over here. And then you got all this good stuff. Oh, there's all this great stuff down here. Oh, look at all that great stuff down there. You got Lagoon, Trifid, M23. You got the Sagittarius Cloud, the Omega, the Eagle, M25. Wild duck clusters up here, M26. Just, oh, so many good things that I can't possibly get. Because my skies, they suck. They suck. Let me go back to the moon. Back to the moon. Okay. Center on the moon. And zoom in on the moon. Too close? Too close. Too close to the moon. Okay, that's better. Super awesome. But you can tell that it's starting to turn a little orange now. Do you think I should orient? I think I should orient them both. That's what I'm going to do right now. And then I'm going to call it a night. I moved that one over to the left. So we'll see what that did. It is great for clusters. It's unbelievable. Alright, let's see. Let's see if it moved the right way. Did it move the right way? We moved it to the left. No, wrong way. Ah! Gotta move it to the right. Okay, we moved it just a little bit more. Because we got to match what Starry Night has. Well, that's pretty close. I'd say just a slight bit more. Right there should do it. That should be perfect. Moved it over a little bit. That's the great thing about the coma corrector and the field flattener is it has the rotation. What do you think? Is that good? I think that's pretty good. Do you think they're both, I mean, they both look pretty good for orientation. Whoops, wrong button. Well, yeah, left side's going to be more detailed, only because of the fact that the one on the left, it's on a 1-time zoom. The one on the right is 5-time zoom. That's why. Because it's a Canon camera versus a CCD camera, naturally the right side's going to be a little bit blurry, only because it's a CCD camera versus a Canon camera. It's going to be different. And also on top of that, the one on the left is going to be an actual image of like 1/100th of a millisecond. One on the right is a live view. That is as live can be. It's super live, so I can actually take the ISO and move it up and down. So when it starts to get that, I can actually make it a little bit brighter. There you go. So as it's starting to set, I can change it. For orientation wise, I mean that's as close for orientation as I can possibly get. That's pretty good. What do you think, people? That's not too terrible, really. Let's try to see if I can match it here. That's not bad. I mean, I would probably say the right camera's probably tilted just a slight bit, but that's not bad. And this in itself looks really awesome. It really is mesmerizing. The fact that I can get something like this with just cameras that are supposed to be built for long exposure. Because technicality, you're really not supposed to use these cameras for planetary. You're supposed to technically use like the next image or a DMK or an Attic or any of those kind of cameras. ALS says Pluto is 3 degrees from the 3 magnitude Albedo, which I can now pronounce now. How's the stream going? Is it still going good? Yeah, it's still going good. Fantastic. Just move that. Well, I'm going to move it back just a slight bit. There we go. That is pretty awesome. It's extremely steady for this. Well, because here's the thing. Remember, the moon moves at a different rate than the stars do. Okay, so to view the moon or image the moon, you can be at a rough polar alignment. Doesn't need to be perfect. This is just many years of trying to figure out where Polaris is and just get a rough estimate. I can gauge where Polaris is and then figure it out from there. So I know where it is. Now, it's naturally going to move. Like if I were to go with the QHY and then take an image, which is right now, you can watch where it moves. That's how much it moved in the last 5 minutes. It's not terrible. not great, but it's could be better, but that's not horrible. And with the live view on the right side, that's you can actually see real time of how much it moves over a course of 10, 15, 20 minutes. Now, of course, if I were to stop the mount, you could actually watch this thing move right across the screen. So this gives a great representation of how close you need to be for polar alignment. So we'll be set. So the next time that it's clear, we don't get this haze or anything like that, we'll be set to do long exposure. We'll be set and ready to go. We just don't know when. That's the problem. Hopefully it's soon. I'm hoping it's the next week. I really am. Because then we'll do the dual camera. We'll be able to get wide field for some of these images too. So I'm super, super excited. I'm super happy for the things that are going to be coming. ALS, I know you joined late, but I'm going to let you know the cord will be here tomorrow. So it'll be perfect streaming from here on out after tonight. So the cord will be here. I'll have everything all set up for the next stream. I'm excited. I can't wait. Wonder what it would look like if I changed the filter. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Let's change it. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Yeah. Now the focus is probably going to be off, but that's okay because we're gonna change the focus. Whoops. Okay, right about there. Now, people, what I did was I changed the filter in the QHY. So that is with the hydrogen alpha filter on. Doesn't look like much of a difference, really. I'm starting to cut off that. I don't want to do that. I was hoping to get more detail on it, but it doesn't look like it. See if I can zoom in on it. See if I can get... That's pretty good detail. That's pretty good. It's not bad. Oops, wrong way. And I'd say the field of view on both of these are almost exactly the same. Almost identical. Oh, wow. I see that Take Back Space is doing their stream right now. They are... That is a lot of haze. Oh, man. It almost looks like when you have dew on the lens. That is crazy. I'm going to pull up his stream on mine. I'm pulling up his stream. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Oh boy. Will that work? I think that'll work here. Hopefully you're not hearing music twice. At least I hope not. And it'll be take back space. If I can type correctly, there we go. Okay, we're all good. Okay, good. Yeah, I might as well pull their stream up too. I don't know, is P and K doing theirs too at the same time? I don't think they are. And Skywatcher doesn't look like he's doing anything either. Nope. So I think we're good. You could still hear me on top of watching their stream too, which is super awesome. I wonder if you put 3D glasses on, I wonder if you would actually be able to see something with these two moons, because they almost look exactly the same size. I don't know. It'd be really cool if you could do that. Or if you look at it cross-eyed. Nope, that won't work. No, never mind. The moon in 3D. No, that wouldn't work. I'm just talking to Take Back Space right now. Just telling him that, yep, he is hazed out. Yeah, super hazed is right. That haze is everywhere, too. And that's affecting every single person. Oh, it's even worse on his stream now. Oh, man. Welcome, Take Back Space. Gets pretty hazy on the Gulf Coast. Yeah, and here too. Yesterday, it was so crazy. Yesterday was so nuts. I looked at the moon yesterday, I was like, that's not supposed to be that dim. That's not supposed to be that dim at all. And then I'm like looking up and I'm like, I can't find any stars. And I'm looking up right now. I don't see nothing. Yet the Weather Channel specifically said it's clear from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. It's supposed to be absolutely clear. 0% clouds. I checked NOAA. 0% clouds. And then I checked the clear sky chart. From 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. is supposed to be clear in the dark blue. Where's the clear? I don't see nothing. I can't even see Cassiopeia. Can I see Mars? I see Saturn. Mars is behind the tree, I think. So I can't really see Mars. But it's definitely hazy out. Let me take another image here on the left here to see. See how much haze has went by. Let's see. Well, that's not bad. So if you're just joining me, I'm just going to go over just a couple things here. The left side is my QHY camera. That one is, I'm taking images like every few seconds. Just because I don't want to hear click, click, 6,000 times. So that's why it's the way it is. And then the one on the right, that's a live image. That's from the Canon 1000D. That one's live. So as you see, that's what you're getting. Which, by the way, is pretty cool. It's in red only because it is a modified camera. So I didn't do the custom white balance yet on the one on the right, so it's still in red. I'll be doing that in the next couple days. Whenever I get a chance. It runs on AC power, so I might do it. It's supposed to be clear Wednesday. So I may get the sun on Wednesday. Possibly. Gotta get a solar filter for my smaller scopes. I have a solar filter for the big scope. Not for the small ones, though. And like I said before, it very well just could be that this haze is from the wildfires out in California. It's very, very possible. I see the summer triangle. So I see Deneb, Altair, and Vega. They're up there. Barely, but they're there. Maybe I do see Polaris. Yeah, just barely. You could barely see it. Not exactly great, but you could see it nonetheless. So probably about another 5-10 more minutes, and then I'm probably going to call it a night. Just wanted to, show the moon. And actually, everything's looking good out here. Everything's looking great. I'll have the cord. Got both cameras running. They're both in focus. Everything's looking good. So how's the chat doing out there? I know I saw Take Back Space was on. Chris Astro Channel, I saw that you were on. Venus, you're on. ALS, you popped in for a little bit. I saw you. You were looking up Pluto. ALS, is it clear near you? I didn't see that you were streaming, so I'm guessing you're probably clouded out. That's my guess. Joe, you're probably long gone. In Awaken Alabama, you had things to do, so totally understandable. Yeah, and Take Back Space. That's not good with all that clouds and all that haze. That's yucky. Can't do much when there's that much stuff. That's kind of like what it was yesterday. Like I was trying to get the moon yesterday, and it just looked like, it almost looked like I had to go up to the actual telescope and see if there was any dew, or if there was like any moisture on it, because I was like, this isn't right. And I looked up, and I'm like, oh well, then that's probably why. See if I can increase the... There we go. Yeah, so I'll go out for about 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna call it a night. We got both of these oriented. So that's great. And I know you guys have already subscribed to my channel, and it is totally appreciated. And it really is. Just the support itself goes a long way. You know, if it wasn't for you guys, I probably wouldn't be doing any of this. I mean, I've been streaming for about 3 years. Just doing long exposure photography. I've just recently got back into meteor showers and planetary and moon and all that stuff. I haven't done that in probably 3-4 years. So just recently I'm starting to get back into it, and streaming and actually figuring out OBS. I know there's a lot of other programs out there. I think there was like Livecast, and there's other programs out there. And just getting used to OBS and getting used to everything, and definitely is turning out really good with everything. I'm learning a lot too, and which is really cool. And the website is starting to really take its form too. I added a whole bunch of stuff. I will be adding something else to it from Amateur Astrophotography Magazine. I'll be adding that on there tomorrow, as I talked to somebody today about it, and I will be adding a whole bunch of stuff on there. Yeah, I'll be getting things done as I go along. It's taking time, but it is also really cool at the same time. Weather's absolutely perfect out here too. Absolutely gorgeous out here. It's not too hot, not too cold. There's no wind. I mean, if it was clear out here tonight, oh man, it would be just beautiful. Well, ALS, you did pop back in. Thanks for the stream, of course. If it's somewhat clear, I'm going to do everything I possibly can to get back out here. Because once it hits October, going into November, there's not much I can really do. The 60s? Wait till January. January here is when it gets to be sub to below 0. Where you walk outside and you can't feel your hands and you feel like your nose is going to fall off. That's January. So you could have the most clearest night ever. Clearest night. So perfect. Everything just glows. The Orion constellation. everything is just perfect. And it's -6 degrees outside. And I won't be able to get out because everything will just freeze and everything will just be just terrible. I mean, I don't mind it. I could go out there and view, which I have. But to actually image, you really can't. Because then what happens is the worm gears and the LCD screens, they freeze. They freeze up. Well, they do have some snow mountains. We get snow. We get pounded in snow in December and January. We get an average between 3 to 4 feet within like a 2 or 3 week period right after Christmas. Every year. Because we get the lake effect snow, which is just freaking terrible. Joe, you know. Joe, you're from the area, so you know how bad the winter is here. You know how cold it could get in January and February? That's true, JC. That is very true. It is, in January, it's the absolute clearest because there's no humidity. But do you want to stand in the in the sub-zero temperatures? I sure don't. Not for a long period of time. I'll do it for a little bit, but not for a long period. Let's move it up just a little bit more. There we go. Let me take another image here on the left and see what it looks like. Focus looks like it's coming off a little bit here. The haze is starting to catch up here. There we go. Why do people who image use red lights? Well, because what happens is the red lights, your eyes are easier for red lights than a bright white light. So that, because I've gone to the dark sky sites and observatories and everything, and that's all you see is red. Because it's just so much easier. Meh, it is what it is, normal here for that time of the year. Plenty of hot chocolate and yeah, exactly. You gotta wear a hat and everything. Focus looks like it's about to go haywire here. Oh, you want to know why it's red? Well, the one on the, like I said before, the one on the right, the reason why it's red is because it's a modified camera. That's why. And I haven't had a chance to change the white balance on it yet. I use white lights. Yeah, when I'm out here, I'll use any light I want, because I'm not in a dark sky site, so I could care less. Trying to get this thing back into focus. There is so much haze. It's affecting the focus. That's how bad it is. Oh man. No reason to use red light. Yeah, well, I'm not in a control room. I'm actually outside because I'm trying to get as close to the Wi-Fi extender as possible, so that way I don't get a bad stream. That's part of the reason why I'm outside. Usually I'm inside, and once I get the cable or the cord, then I won't be able to go outside. I'll just stay inside from now on, starting tomorrow, if it's clear, of course. Yeah, focus is starting to go haywire here. It's funny though, because I started the night with the histogram. I started this thing all the way from one end to the other, and it's getting closer and closer and closer, which means it's starting to get really bad. Because right now, it's like, yeah, it's almost time to be shutting it down. We accomplished a lot, people. We accomplished a lot tonight. Because I'll go back and I'll edit this video, just like I've edited the other ones. Yeah. I think we're in good shape. So I am going to end this stream. I know it sounds terrible and sounds horrible. I think everybody's just about tired. It's 12:15. It's a Sunday night, which means, yeah, the week has begun. Zoom in and get the alien bases. Alright, want me to zoom in? I'll zoom in just a tiny bit here, Joe. I'll zoom in here. Let's see here. Ah! No, just kidding. I don't see anything here. No alien bases. Yeah, exactly. I don't see anything. I see nothing. Trust me, if they were there, we'd see them. We would see them. The focus is just so bad. Like, it's just the haze. But you can still see crater detail, though, which is pretty cool. Yeah, 6 a.m. Yeah. Trust me, we're that's coming soon. That is coming soon. Thank God I don't have to stream till 4 a.m. That's a positive. So, with that said, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and joining me. Toad, I saw that you just came on. Venus, thank you. JC, ALS, awesome. It's great to see that you're on. Yeah, you too! And somebody just beeped their horn. Maybe they wanted to get on the stream also. So Joe, thank you for tuning in. And then Chris Astro Channel and Take Back Space. So, with that being said, I want to thank everybody for watching and have a wonderful night. And I'll talk to everybody later. See ya. Bye.